Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today, and we got a big game. We got two big games coming up on Sunday. This video right here, we're going to be talking about the San Francisco 49ers against Seattle. This game's going to be going down at 1 o'clock Pacific time over here on the West Coast. It's the battle of the West, the NFC West out here. San Francisco 49ers coming in off of their big win over the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles themselves have not been making a lot of excuses. They just pretty much took the loss. But I've seen a lot of NFL writers writing about the fact that the Niners snuck up on the Eagles, playing on a short schedule, maybe not being 100% rested. Niners having a little bit more rest, even though they had to fly across the country to play that game. For some reason, at the time they got the win, people were crowning the 49ers as one of the best teams in the NFL that just had fall on some bad luck for those 3 games. Now it seems like they're trying to push them down and bring the Eagles back up. On paper, I was a little bit scared about this game. The Seahawks, yes, they are 6-6, but looking into this game, I don't think the Seahawks are as good as I thought they were. This is the team with the 19th ranked offense, 22nd ranked defense. Yes, they are 6-6, but I think in their games, they've just kind of picked on the Rams as well as the Cardinals. A few other teams they snuck up on. I don't know if Seattle's a good team. It is what it is in this sort of middle of the road, mediocre NFL right now. There's kind of the supreme teams and kind of almost like everybody else, and then the bottom of the barrel. It seems like they keep everything in that middle, kind of gunky, where everybody's kind of about the same. You go back, these teams played on Thanksgiving, 31-13. The 49ers got the win. We all got to have our dessert. Nobody went home crying, other than little Alex up there in Seattle. But I am glad that this game is not going up against the Eagles versus the Cowboys. That's going to be your main event on Sunday. That's going to be your NBC primetime event with Carrie Underwood singing. No scoreboard watching. Yes, when you look at the Eagles' schedule, they play the Cowboys. They're going to play 2 games against the Giants. I believe they're going to play the Seahawks next week, and I think they're going to play the Cardinals, which is the worst team in the league right now other than the Bears. I mean, I'm not going to say that there's no hope out there other than this Cowboy game for them to, tie up their records and get another loss. I'm almost giving faith to the Giants being a division game. It's going to be tough. They're going to be, having the home team behind them. They're going to be wanting to go out there and win that game. I'm not sure what the Giants quarterback is right now. DeVito, Soprano, something like that. Hopefully he's I got to go out there and I got to earn me a job, and he can have one hell of a game against the Eagles. I doubt it, but we'll see. One way or another, the 49ers, they have to travel to Philly and play them a game. It matters if we have to play them on the West Coast and they have to come see us. You still have to play the Eagles. That's a tough game. I'm not really looking forward to it either way, but it is going to be whoever wins that game and goes to the Super Bowl is really going to fucking deserve it. Doesn't matter what happens in the regular season, it matters what happens in the playoffs. We've seen it happen to a lot of teams. We had that Seahawks team sneak up on the Saints 10 years ago, probably. Nobody saw that coming. But 49ers play 49er football. It doesn't matter if it's against the Seahawks team, if it's against the Ravens coming up next week, whether if it's the Rams in the last week. I think we have a game against the Cardinals in there. Hey, scram. Hey, let's just play our style of football. Brock Purdy, a lot of people pointing to him like he might be the MVP of the NFL if he can pull this off. I really think that Christian McCaffrey deserves that award. I know that a lot of times you want to give it to the quarterback. Quarterback seems to be the star of the team. McCaffrey been putting the ball in the end zone a lot for us. I believe that him coming over from Carolina last year really changed this team, short-term, long-term. We definitely wouldn't have had that run in the playoffs if it wasn't for bringing McCaffrey in. We got lucky with Purdy. There's no other way to say it. I mean, that's just the way it is. And let's spread it around. Let's throw it out. I know that the stars are going to be wanting to shine in. There's a lot of stars on this team. Secondary definitely is our weakest spot. That's what we're scared about. The Eagles were able to expose that on us. But as long as we have that defensive line, Chase Young, Nick Bosa, really just exploding in on quarterbacks, I think we don't have to show that often. We don't get taken advantage of. But definitely, when you're giving up points like that, we're going to have to keep putting points on the board. We can't have a flat tire. We just need to find a way for us to stay healthy and keep going, because we know these guys got grit and they're going to be wanting to get out there and win these games. So let's go Niners. Niners and Seahawks, 105 Fox. Let's roll. Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you here today. 14-10 at the half. 49ers, we got a lead, but man, it was a little scary, honestly, to say the truth. This isn't really going to be the walk in the park that we all thought it was going to be. The Seahawks came to play. It honestly sucks that we lost our best cornerback out there. They lost theirs as well. That's what we need help on more than anything else on this team. McCaffrey putting the team on his back. That first play of the game, 76 yards. We ran it in, one of the backup running backs ran it in there for us. Put 6 on the board. We also got Deebo Samuel. Big touchdown, put us back in the lead. We just got to keep cruising. We just got to keep rolling. This team right here, come out at half, have a game plan, find a way to stop Drew Lock. I think it must have been a surprise that this guy's playing out there. We got to be ready for it. And I'm pumped. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep rolling. It sucked that we were down in this game to the Seahawks. I guess little Alex got up on his couch and he was jumping around and everything like that. But he had his moment in the sun. Let's tell him to sit down. Let's just get out there. Let's just keep playing our game. Let's go Niners. Let's go. One hell of a game today for the San Francisco 49ers. Moving up to 10-3. All eyes are going to be on the Sunday night football game once Carrie Underwood starts singing. We need those Cowboys to get us a win. We don't really root for the Cowboys all that much, but we need an Eagles loss, and we don't want to be... I'll tell you one thing. The Eagles, they play at the Seahawks, and if the same Seahawks show up next week, the Eagles got one hell of a game. I will tip my hat to you, little Alex, the Seattle Seahawks. They earned a lot of my respect today. They could have rolled over and played dead for this Niner team today, and they gave us one hell of a game. At one point, they even had the lead. I'll say it from a guy, I was at work today, but when I saw that first play of the game, Christian McCaffrey ran that ball, I believe, 72 yards on the ground. I thought we were going to have a walk in the park. 7-0, we ran that ball all the way down to the 1 yard line. We ran it in on the next play. 2 plays, 7 points. Boom, boom. Next thing you know, we're down. I'll give it to you. 10-7. When we were down in that game, I wasn't scared because I know the weapons that the Niners have on this team. That I know that as long as the defense doesn't kill us, the offense is going to keep us in games and put up enough points that it's going to be hard to beat this team. And even though that was early first quarter, Seattle had a lead on us, and that's worth something to me. Niners ended up winning in this game 28-16. Didn't really look close. Honestly, probably about the time of the fourth quarter is about the time they pulled it out. Big plays all over from Kittle to Deebo getting into the end zone twice. Christian McCaffrey having that big run. I don't think he got into the end zone today, but it's in my mind he scored on that play, if that makes any sense at all. Brock Purdy, 19 for 27. We had 368 yards We had 2 touchdown passes. He did throw an interception on the day. McCaffrey, 145 yards rushing. Jordan Mason, he was the one who ended up running the ball in. Debo ran one in. He caught one. George Kittle caught one. A little bit of a dust-up at the end of the game when Drew Lock threw an interception to Fred Warner. Fred Warner gave one hell of a block in the back to Metcalf. Legal on the interception, but if they would have been friends, I don't think he would have hit him as hard. Then we also had our cornerback come run over and punch him right in the face, standing up for Warner, and that kind of a little bit of a brouhaha, which made the game end up a little bit longer because it took the officials a little bit of a time to break up the fight. Hey, one hell of a game. Right from now, we get the scoreboard watch a little bit to see who wins this nighttime game. And if not, we still got to play these games. We got games. The Rams. Hey, we won. There we go. Take that all day long. Who are our last games? Arizona. My mind went blank. I lost it a little bit because people went walking by with the dogs right there for you. But, the Eagles, they got the Cowboy game tonight. They got Seattle. Then they basically got the Giants, the Cardinals, and then a Giant sandwich. They got those division games against the Giants, but for the most part, they got a little bit of a cakewalk to end the season. That's just the way that it goes down. We got the Ravens next week, and that's what we do. We go from Seattle to we play the Ravens, then we play the Cardinals, then we play the Rams. Maybe I'm missing a game in there still, but hey, this team's ready to win right now. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. I didn't see if Ward came back in. I heard that he had injured his groin. That's one hell of an injury. Debo, when he hurt his groin last year, he was down for quite a few weeks. So maybe this is an injury that takes him out until the playoff time. But we'll have to see where we go from there.